I've always wanted a transparent LCD monitor. They look futuristic and really unique, so I finally decided to build one. I figured the best way to try this out is by cutting apart this 65-inch 4K TV with a Sawzall. But then my medication kicked in, so I decided to see if Goodwill had any cheap screens instead. To my delight, Goodwill had an LCD TV that was lousy enough that I wanted to chuck it off a cliff anyway, so no worries if I end up breaking it. Looking it over back home, it's pretty dusty, but in good shape. And at least someone was nice enough to write the price directly on the screen. Tearing it apart, it was easy enough to separate the electronics and pull the panel itself apart. But then I stopped. All of these electronics needed to make the screen function were bugging me. They are pretty bulky and relocating them was going to be a pain. Plus, being a TV, the image clarity just wasn't very good. I wanted to do this right, so I grabbed the same LCD panel and controller that I used in the laptop build. Those came from this portable monitor from Amazon, and I didn't really want to take a risk with something this valuable, but as the kids say, YOLO swag or whatever. The panel is already pretty thin, and I really like that all of the electronics are on one little board already detached from the screen. I started to disassemble it, but unlike the TV from before, this screen is held together with an adhesive around the outside that was really hard to remove. But I needed to strip the polarizing film from the front of the screen anyway, so I figured that process might help the adhesive come off as well. This felt a bit wrong, but apparently the way to remove the polarizing film is to soak the screen with damp paper towels for several hours to loosen it up. So I sprayed down the towels with this official bottle of just water, and coming back, I was hoping the film would now easily peel off, but that just didn't happen. Maybe I was just too afraid of ruining it to use enough water, but either way the film was not wanting to come off, and pulling on it felt like I might snap the fragile LCD panel. But with the help of my trusty Dave & Buster's game card and a ton of rubbing alcohol, I slowly made progress over the course of about 30 minutes. I decided to save this polarizing film since it might come in handy to see these really cool stress patterns inside of clear plastic and glass items. There was so much adhesive residue left over that I was genuinely worried that I'd cracked the screen somewhere, but after another hour of scrubbing it with everything from goof off to vegetable oil, I finally had a crystal clear surface. Plus, all of this had finally loosened the binding around the edges enough that I was able to carefully pull it off and open the screen to reveal the various layers. I pulled everything off since all we need for this project is the actual glass LCD panel itself. With everything pulled apart, I wanted to hook it up and do a quick test to make sure that it still worked, since this all felt like 200 steps beyond voiding the warranty. It's hard to see the image since the panel is so fragile I didn't want to risk picking it up, but the image was appearing on the screen, so all appeared to be fine so far. Since I really didn't want to crack this super thin panel, I decided to go ahead and make a frame to hold it before doing anything else. After some time in CAD, I had a design that would work, so I printed it out in pieces with some assembly required. First though, I really needed to secure the electronic components attached to the panel. At this point, they were just dangling by super thin ribbon cables that seemed pretty fragile. So I went around and secured everything to the bottom of the panel using electrical tape, which stuck very well. I had a 16mm safe area at the bottom of the panel where the image doesn't show, so I kept everything well below that. I used some masking tape to hold everything in place while I bonded the parts together, and I used a bit of fishing line to place tension on the top of the two pillars to keep them from bending apart and dropping the screen. This might look a little silly, but it's completely hidden behind the top section of the screen that always stays black. With the frame together, I wanted to test it out. And I was absolutely amazed that this actually worked, and everything is still crisp and clear, and it has that futuristic sci-fi look that I was going for. I was hoping it would be okay that I completely removed the backlighting, but as long as the wall behind it is well lit, then it seems to be just fine. As stoked as I was to see it working, let's be honest, the frame looked like a dumpster fire at this point. So I mocked up a hexagon pattern panel to print as a front panel and picked out some paint to give everything a darker finish that would better match the rest of the stuff on my desk. Being too lazy to completely tear it down, I shoved some foil around the panel to mask off the important bits and started slinging acrylic paint at it. With the front panel finished and attached, I think it looks a lot better. This has been a really exciting project, and I'm definitely glad I didn't take the cheap way out and just use the $20 Goodwill TV. As a second monitor, this is going to be mesmerizing to look at for years to come, assuming I don't knock it over and break it. Thank you for watching.